The chassis and the bodywork, it was just found, it was just some Italian guy, him and his mate created it in his shed. All aluminium with the correct chromium tube, 270 tubes as well, which is exactly right. It was a 2 litre block, steel block, slung over with a custom made front cam chain system put on it that was welded on. Twin spark. The distributor was a 308 Ferrari. I remade a rotor at 90 degrees, running twin 40s. Transaxle front wheel drive gearbox that they put a cover plate on the bell housing, a fixed bearing and an output shaft. So it was fixed transmission through. They then inverted it. I then had to fit a oil pump that pumped from the bottom of the gearbox on, that sprayed onto the crown. So yeah, basically an inverted, custom made, 5-speed, front wheel drive transverse box. I rebuilt it and modified what I'd got, and it constantly overheated. The gearbox was so noisy, and at the end of the day, the guys, he was never going to buy an original Birdcage. He'd never fit an original Birdcage. I'd had to cut everything out of it for him to fit in it and put a passenger cell in it. After that first run, he fell in love with the car, and he just said, as long as it drives like that, I just want it reliable. So I don't care if people lift up the bonnet and go, no, it ain't what it ain't. It's never claiming to be what it isn't. The Duratec R 2 litre, because it is the right hand exhaust and a left hand inlet. And the Duratec R, you can buy a 10 degree sump, but the maximum you can crank a Duratec over and it's still run is 25 degrees. And that needs to be cranked over 22 degrees just to fit under the bonnet. 250L camshafts, it's got ported and matched head. The manifolds are all matched. It's got a custom made manifold. It's got forged pistons, forged rods, balanced crank. It's got Gen V heritage bodies on it, so they're throttle bodies that mimic a DCO. And it's a TX 250 transaxle, 6-speed sequential with a short circuit spec limited slip diff.